welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis, if you already know, and if you haven't read the title already, today is finna be a juicy story time. Today is finna be about the time. I don't know if I want to tell y'all both or one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna tell y'all both, but only if y'all subscribe to me. So before we start this story time, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then by the end of it, leave a comment if you want to. But we finna get into the 2 times that I literally almost dated a girl. So now let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so boom, y'all. So the first time, me and this girl named Elsa, we gonna call her Elsa. Elsa is like a family member of mine, right? So Elsa wants to go to Texas with me. It was for my birthday too, my fault, and I left that out. So me and Elsa, we go to Texas. I get a nice hotel room, we down there, we having fun and stuff like that, right? So we go to this, if you're from Dallas, you know about the street called Deep Ellum. So we go to Deep Ellum. Deep Ellum is kind of like a Mardi Gras type street. It's just a line of, like, I think clubs, bars, and restaurants, and just different things like that. So we go to Deep Ellum. We walking around and stuff like that. And so she gets thirsty, right? Elsa gets thirsty, right? So we go into this like little restaurant or whatever, and we sitting down. Mind you, I'm not gay, y'all. Like, women are beautiful, but I don't want to marry a girl. I've never done anything with a girl, nothing like that. So anyways, so we go into this restaurant, we're sitting down, and I'm looking up from the table, and there's like a table of, I want to say like 5 or 6 girls, and like I'm looking up, and it looks like there's a light-skinned guy with them, right? So I'm like looking up, looking down and stuff like that, and I'm just like, wow, like he's cute. He's cute, right? Who got a cute little shirt on and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, like he fire, right? So I'm just like telling Elsa, I'm just like, Elsa, like, look, you know, peep old boy over there. And so she turns around and she was like, I think that's a girl. I'm just like, that's not a girl. You know, that's not a girl. The girl over there, we gonna call her Jill. So Jill over there is like, she starts laughing, right? I'm over here thinking that she was a he at first because, like, you know, she was a stud. And so she starts laughing. I'm just like, oh, that is a girl. Like, she sounds like a girl, right? And she's like talking and stuff like that. We listening and stuff like that because, you know, I'm interested. So I'm just like, oh, it is a girl. And so by this time, me and Jill been like peeping each other. Like, we, like, you know, I see her, see me, and she see me, see her, and stuff like that. So it's just like, hey, like, you know, especially like, I know how to give that look, you know, that look like, what's tea, come see me, you feel me? And so I'm just like looking at her, thinking it's a him and stuff like that. And so boom, towards the end of the night, like, we probably there for like 20 minutes and stuff like that. Like, we just sitting there chilling and stuff like that. We tired of walking around. And so one of Jill's friends gets up and walks over to my table, and I'm just like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. And so she's just like, hey, my homegirl over there saw you looking at her, and she said she wants your number. And I said, oh, for real? Like, and I like look at Elsa like, oh, and we like laughing because it's just like, bro, I'm not intended on pulling a female and stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay, bet, like, you know, instead of infending the whole table and us having to fight, let me go ahead and give her my number. And plus, she's pretty, like, she's cute, you know. And so I give her the number and stuff like that. Woo to woo to woo. They get up and stuff like that. She got her little outfit on. It's like a little polo outfit with a little hat backwards and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if I can insert a picture of her. But anyway, so she was just looking so cute. I was just like, oh. And so they got up, they paid for their food and stuff like that and left. Like, she was just like peeping me and stuff like that. And you could tell she had a fire personality. That's like what really drew me to her. I was just like, oh, like, she seems like funny and a good time, right? Like, a good time as far as a good person, not, yeah. And so they ended up dipping out and stuff like that. So me and her texting back and forth. I'm just like, yo, da da da. So boom, that night ends, nothing happened. So boom, we wake up the next morning, and so me and her back texting. I'm just like, yo, what y'all doing today? We only here, you know, for this amount of time. Like, what's tea? And I think we was actually leaving that same next day, right? So I wake up and I'm just like, hey, we finna head back to Oklahoma. Like, what y'all doing today? And so she's just like, cause, and y'all, by the way, this story ain't as juicy as the next story, which I don't know. I'm just telling y'all, And so anyways, so she's just like, oh, well, we finna hang out. She has us pull up to these apartments, stuff like that. We go in. She just like, her personality, I was just like, bro, you're giving very much best friend material, but at the same time, like, for some reason I'm attracted to you. Like, am I gay? Like, am I gay? And so I'm like, you know, she's just like in there dancing and stuff like that, just vibing to the music. Like, we at like her aunt's house or something like that, and she just like standing up and just being herself. And I was just like, whoa, like she's like a cute, like little outgoing person, right? So we all just laughing and stuff like that. And so boom, they just like, oh, we finna go to like, I think it was like Denny's or IHOP or something like that. They was just like, y'all wanna come? I was just like, yeah. And so boom, we following them on the highway and stuff like that. We going mad far. Like, y'all know Dallas is big, so anywhere, even if you want to go to the corner store, it's far, you know. And so we going to the Denny's or whatever that's mad far. We make it there. We go in. We all sit down. She sits next to me. Elsa sits next to another girl that was like gay or whatever. And so we all sit next to each other, and we just like eating and stuff like that. I'm just like, bruh, like, Alexis, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to like explore your sexuality? Like, what's tea? Long story short, because I want to get into the next story. But to make a long story short, I just ended up basically kissing her, and then we still till this day have each other on Snapchat. I watch her Snapchat and stuff like that. She got a whole girlfriend. And you know, nothing really came of it. I wasn't really interested in coming back. Like, Dallas is only 3 hours away. But I just wasn't interested in like pursuing anything with a girl. Like, I don't ever want to be with a girl or like a girl or anything like that. So it's just like, what's the point? She was very cute though. But yeah, so that's that. Ended up just kissing her that day. And then, you know, we parted ways and came on back. So that's that story, y'all. Get into this next one. Okay, so yeah. And this is crazy because I have footage. Like, I have videos and stuff like that, video proof of this. But I ain't gonna show y'all, of course. But okay, so boom, y'all know how like if you go back to through my YouTube videos, actually to my Miami trip, there's a little bit that I left out of that trip, right? Okay, so boom, I went to Miami on a solo trip. It wasn't in my intentions to go down there and, you know, get busy with anybody or anything like that, right? So boom, my plane lands in Miami. I'm there alone, so I'm on guard. Like, I know that, you know, sex trafficking can happen anywhere, so I'm just like on guard. I'm watching my P's and Q's. I'm waiting for my bag to come through the little bag check area. Is it baggage claim area? Yeah, so I'm waiting on my bag to come through there, so I'm standing there. And so I'm just like, you know, looking around, watching my shoulders, and just like watching my surroundings, right? So this is where everything went left. So in front of me, I want to say like she was like 7 steps away. She's like closer to the thing. In front of me, there's a chocolate girl. We gonna call her Grass, right? Grass is standing 7 steps away from me, and so like, you know, of course I'm like looking around. So Grass turns around and she looks at me, and I'm just like, hi, you know. Once again, y'all, like, I don't swing the other way and stuff like that. Women are pretty, but I don't. And so Grass, like, you know, turns around, and I'm like, me and her catch eyes. I'm just like, you know, I probably, you know, do a quick little wave or something like that, or just like a simple smile, like a friendly smile, because we made eye contact, right? And so then I'm just like looking around, waiting on my bag and stuff like that. My bag is green and big and very noticeable, so I'm gonna see it, you know. And so I'm like looking around, and just, we still sitting there. It's taking forever to come around. Like, it hasn't even started. The belt haven't even started. So we all standing there for a good, like, I want to say 20 minutes in total. So boom, she turns around. We make eye contact again, but you're in front of me, and the baggage claim passes through your body to go around. So I kind of basically have to look in your direction. And so I'm looking forward, like, you know, waiting for them to have the belt come. And me and her, like, you know, I see her look at me, so I look up at her, right? And so that was that. And so boom, the belt starting, because, you know, the little red light goes and stuff like that. So the belt starts going and stuff like that. Here comes the bag, comes out. So I'm just like, okay, I'm finna step forward so I can, you know, grab my bag and be on my way to my hotel. So I start stepping forward. People start, you know, coming up behind me. You know, they're waiting on their bags too. People start coming up behind me and stuff like that. And so we all kind of like scrunching to the front. I end up next to her and stuff like that. I don't care, you know, hey, I might, you know, meet a new friend out here. Cool, because I see that she's alone too, like, you know, but I don't know if she's waiting on family, whatever the case may be, you know. but I see that she's alone. And so me and her end up standing next to each other, and she like glances over at me, like she's like shorter than me. Everybody's shorter than me because I'm tall, but she's shorter than me, and so she glances over at me. She was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was just like, "Oh, I'm good." Da, da, da. And then so we start conversation. I don't know, really remember how the conversation really goes and stuff like that, but I know that my like when I meet a new male or female, I'm kind, like naturally. It's not let me bite my lip and flirt and this and this. Like unless you're somebody that I really want, it's never giving let me flirt, you know. And so she was like, yeah, so like I think she asked like why I was here, or you know, just different things like that, and I didn't tell her the truth. I was just like, oh, you know, I'm here to, I think, see family, or maybe I did tell her the truth. Like it depends on if I'm comfortable with you or not. And so ended up telling her, and then she was just like, yeah, I seen you back there looking at me, and I'm just like that's when I knew like she had, you know, swung the other way. And so she was like, I seen you back there looking at me. I was just like, yeah, like I seen you too, thinking that it's like on a friendly tip. And she was like, do you mind if I get your number? And that's when I was just like, oh, you're talking about, oh, you know. And so I'm just like, wait, like, you know, are you? And she was just like, yeah. And so I was just like, oh, well, you know, I've never really, you know, been that type of person, da da da. And so ended up giving her my number anyway. You know, it's just like I'm in Miami, whatever. Like, let me meet some new people, meet some new friends and stuff like that. Because I'm quick to send a person, a male or a female, to that friend zone. You feel me? If I'm not feeling you, hey, but we can be best friends, you know? And so it's never been an issue for me to get a person's number and then, like, you know, quickly become friends with them. And I've made some great friends doing that. You know, they might be salty at the end of the day because they're not getting what they want. But it's just like, hey, it is what it is. Gave her my number and stuff like that, or probably my social media. I don't know. So anyways, my bag comes, I slap it off the thing, and so me and her bag comes, and she grabs it, and we start walking in the same direction. She's just like, which way you going? I'm like, which way you going? And so we was about to catch a cab together or whatever, not even on no tip because we had two different hotels. And so I'm just like, oh, well, I'm going to this hotel. She was like, oh, I'm over here. And so she was like, oh, how long you staying? I was like, I think 5 or 6 days or whatever. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I'm leaving tomorrow. I was like, oh, okay. She ends up getting a cab and going on, and I end up taking, I want to say, the shuttle to my hotel. So we just go our separate ways. And so when I get to my hotel is very cute. It's right by the airport. Got a little lake and stuff like that. If you watch the Miami vlog, go back and watch the Miami vlog. Pause this and go watch the Miami vlog, and you'll see like what my hotel room looked like or whatever. She's texting me or whatever, and she's just like, hey, let's hang out tonight. Like, since tonight is my only night here, I'm gassed. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to hang out. And plus, now I know that you know, and so it's just like, no, like, you know, not really. Ended up not hanging out with her that night. I was just like, oh, you know, I'm gonna just go ahead and hang out in the hotel and go from there, and we can link up tomorrow in the morning or something like that. So boom. Morning comes, take my shower, get dressed and stuff like that. I get dressed cute because I plan on going to the beach and, you know, taking pictures. I'm in Miami, right? Look cute. So she ends up pulling up to a Subway that's like probably like 5-6 minutes away from me. And so I get an Uber to where she's at. And so we're in there, we're talking and stuff like that. I go order me some food because I think she already had eaten hers or something like that. So I go order me some food and stuff like that. And I sit down, we're talking, we're vibing and stuff like that. She like keeps making a comment like, wow, like you look gorgeous today, like you look beautiful with woo. I'm just like, oh, like thank you, that is so sweet. So after I finished eating, she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the airport, like it's time for me to leave. I think she was like, it was like Miami was like her middle stop to go like overseas. I think she was going to like an island or something like that to visit her family. So she's just like, come to the airport with me. I'm just like, like, I'm thinking, man, like, this should be the end of it and we should just, like, text or something like that. But I'm just like, yeah, like, whatever, okay. And plus, I think she paid for the Uber or whatever, so it was whatever. So, we ended up going to the airport or whatever. I got my little beach bag and stuff like that. I'm dressed and ready for the beach, but I have a dress on over it and stuff like that. So it's not like I was naked or anything like that, but like everybody was just like looking at me. I'm just like, and I was just like, man, like why is people saying like, cause I know I'm cute and stuff like that, but I'm not just like, let's stare at her and watch her walk, you know, but everybody was doing that. So I'm just like, what's tea? Like, why is everybody looking at us, you know? And so she's like, oh, it's because, like, you got that dress on. Like, you need to wear that dress more often. I'm just like, oh, God. Oh, God. We're walking to her gate or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this is where it is. So we're standing there or whatever. And she was like, can I kiss you? And guess what I had said, y'all? I was just like, can I record? Literally, y'all, this is how you know. I was just like, can I record it? And so we started laughing or whatever. She was like, yeah, you can record it. And so we like walked to this little corner or whatever. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do. Like, mind you, because the Dallas situation like wasn't supposed to happen either. Like it just happened. Like she was just a cute girl that looked like a dude. But this was a girl that looked like a girl, you know? Like, we kissed, like, I want to say 3 times. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was just like, but at the same time, I didn't feel sparks or anything like that. So, it was just like, it is what it is. I recorded it, y'all. I still got the videos on my Snapchat to this day. And so I recorded it, and I was just like, I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. And so like we laughed about it or whatever, and then she went on about her day, and I went to the beach and like just enjoyed the rest of my day. So yeah, that's like the little part that I left out of that Miami trip. Like I wasn't out there wilding because like my intentions were not to like do anything crazy or anything like that, but the crazy came to me, you know? And so it was just like, that's what happened. That's my 2 stories of how some girls hollered at your girl. Anyways, you guys, that wraps up this video. That's the end of my story time. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you want me to do more videos like this. And I will see you guys in the next video.